Today is a big day. Not only are we celebrating a birthday, but also here in the United States, it is Memorial Day. So to all of you viewers here in America, I wish you a happy Memorial Day. Let me know in the comment section below what you're doing to celebrate the holiday. Now, if you don't live in America and don't celebrate the holiday, that's completely cool. Let me know what you're doing anyway. Maybe you're going to work or school, maybe you have the day off, so let me know down below. Regardless, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. Of course, we are here to celebrate Andy's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Andy, and that is Andy with an underscore at the end. So I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. I hope this video lives up to what you'd hoped it'd be. Of course, it is also Memorial Day, so that makes your day super special. And you want me to review Grem with Weapon, so that's exactly what we're gonna do here today. And now if anyone else would like to make a birthday request of their own, you can definitely do so, but please submit it at least 1 month before your birthday. I'd really appreciate that because if you don't, I can't do your video. I just need to have enough time to make it. Alright, let's dive right into the review now of this villain with his gun ready to, I guess, kill Finn McMissile and Mater. So let's start with his appearance in the movie. As I'm sure you guys probably know, Grem appeared in Cars 2, not Cars 1, and he won't be in Cars 3 either. Grem had this gun a couple times during the movie, but this release is directed toward the airport adventure scene because that is the series he was released in. So of course, they're referring to the Tokyo airport in Japan after the first World Grand Prix race, and Mater is going home because, of course, McQueen thought he was sabotaging his ability to win the race there, even though Mater was actually in like this big action sequence. But anyway, he's at the airport, he gets intercepted by Finn McMissile because of course he has that device on him that Rod Torque Redline gave him, and Finn needs it desperately. So they kind of make their way to this room. Grem and Acer find them, Finn and Mater jump out the window, and then you have the tarmac chase, as I like to call it. Grem and Acer kind of split up, and then you have Grem. So of course Mater is towing Finn like this, and then Grem is chasing them. He pulls out his gun from underneath, and then he shoots it at Finn McMissile, but of course Finn deflects it, I guess you can say, by shooting out another missile and making them collide before they could actually touch Finn or Mater. And then he like deploys this little thing and knocks Grem on his side. So Grem is out, he's like this. I remember seeing that. So I'm sure you guys have your memories refreshed by that in-depth summary of the scene. And then of course, as you guys probably know, Acer comes in with his gun and all the luggage carts, but Sidley saves them. So yeah, we'll actually compare Grem to Acer in a bit here because they both have their weapons. And now I think Grem also had his weapon in London when they were on the streets and he was going for Mater and Lightning McQueen. So always for Mater, poor Mater. But anyway, Grem with Weapon was only released once. He was released as the single in the 2013 Airport Adventure series. It was the first year for the series concept, and he was number 1 out of 7 in the series. There's his art. It's the same pose for him normally, but they photoshopped the missile launcher in there. Some of the other cars that you could have gotten in the series were Security Guard Finn, Holly Shiftwell, Airport Mater, which in my opinion was the most boring Mater ever. Then you have Grem himself, regular Finn McMissile, and this is actually a picture of the explosion that Finn caused when he hit Grem's missile. And there's the description. It's Sidley to the rescue as Finn, McMissile, and Mater race down the Tokyo airport tarmac to escape the lemons. So a pretty good series. I definitely think the 2015 version of it was a lot better because there were a lot more new cars in it. I mean, there were a fair amount in the 2013 one, but a lot of them were just simply variations of characters that we already had, like Grem with Weapon or Airport Mater. But now let's get to the review of him as the physical diecast here. So here's the regular Grem that we'll be comparing him to, that was released in 2011 and has been released many times since then as well. They did change his expression. It looks like he's a little bit more, I don't know, concentrated. He's like, this one's like mean, determined. This one's more like concentrated. He's trying to aim the missile here. The missile's actually pretty nicely detailed. It looks like you have a caution triangle right there, and then there's the actual missile itself. The little, I don't know, what do you call this? The little stand that's on. I mean, it flipped up from behind. Obviously, that feature is not on the diecast, but still, it's pretty cool. There's this extra part of the base here that attaches to another plastic piece, which is the missile stand and the missile itself. Of course, you have the black hockey stripes because he is a gremlin, and a lot of gremlins had that. It says Gremlin X, I believe, right there. That must have been his specific model. He has some dirt and rust around his fenders, of course, because he is a lemon. Here is the base. There's the Gremlin credit right there. Let's check out the other side. Well, first, on the hood, it also says Gremlin. I really do like the details that Mattel does for the realistic cars like BMWs, Fiats, Pugets, Gremlins, Acers. You know, they really do a good job and do those models justice, even though Gremlins and Acers or Pacers aren't the most desirable cars in the world. His license plate is WREKD, W-R-E-K-D, so of course an abbreviation for the word. AMC right there, and then you have another little piece of text. Let's see if I can read it. I can't quite read it. It looks like Lotus, but I'm not entirely sure. It's probably not it. And of course you have his roof rack up here as well. And all those features do match the original version of Grem. Now this version has a mouth plate. I'm not entirely sure if they corrected that on another version of Grem, but on Grem with Weapon they did make it a unibody, which is always nice and preferable in my opinion, because sometimes the mouth plates are different shades of colors because you know, it's plastic versus metal, so the paint doesn't always come off on the same, or as the same shade. He has brown rims right there, brown, and that's pretty much it for the comparison between those two. Now let's compare him to a couple other, I guess, lemons, and we do have Finn McMissile here with guns or weapons. Now, what Grem had was a missile launcher. What Acer has here is a machine gun. You can see there the actual bullets, I'm pretty sure. You know, I don't know much about guns myself, but I would assume so. They're pretty similar, but the little stand is not present, even though this one flips up and down as well. I mean, that's the only way that they can actually carry the guns. And so it's pretty cool. I do like this actually more than the missile launcher. I just feel like it's more accurate to the movie. It's a little bit more detailed there. You have green, black, and gold. So pretty nice. Here's Finn and his gun. More like a pistol or a small machine gun, I would guess perhaps. These two weapons are pretty different, but I want to compare them anyway. Alright, let's move on to Stefan Gremsky. Now this guy doesn't have a missile launcher or a machine gun, but he does definitely still have a weapon, and that is the torch to burn Finn McMissile on the helipad. Of course, if you guys don't remember, early on in the movie, this guy was released last year around this time, a little bit earlier actually. Pretty cool. One of my favorite bad guys, one of my favorite lemons. And then a surprise for all of you, J. Kirby Gremlin with machine gun. So actually this guy, so far, like temporarily, my guess is that he's been canceled because, let's be honest guys, is the 2017 mainline really going to continue with Cars 3 out? Like, they're not going to be out concurrently. So my guess is that maybe he'll be back like when they reintegrate all three movies together, similar to what they did in 2013, 2 years after the release of Cars 2. So if you guys don't know, let me explain. Back in 2011, obviously the second movie for Cars came out, and then Mattel only released diecast from that second movie, Cars 2, for 2011 and 2012. Then in 2013, they released cars from both of the movies, Cars 1 and Cars 2, up until now. And it seems like they're going back to releasing only cars from Cars 3, and then perhaps in 2019, they'll reintegrate and combine all three movies into one line, and that's when we might see this guy get a release. But this year, I think they bit off more than they could chew. I think they wanted to release more cars than they actually could before Cars 3 diecast came out, and that was what happened here with J. Kirby. So I wanted to compare them. He has a machine gun similar to Acer's. They are slightly different though. J. Kirby's is a little bit smaller. It has the platform underneath, and obviously Grem has his unique missile launcher. No other diecast has a missile launcher like his. And that is all, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And of course, happy birthday to Andy. I hope this video lived up to what you'd hoped it would be. And I'll see you guys next time for another video. I've actually been able to do daily uploads over the past couple days, which is pretty awesome. I think I've done a pretty good job. And now, as I told you guys in my previous videos, I'm going on vacation on Tuesday, which would be tomorrow, but actually that's not going to happen. I'm going to explain in my review of Dr. Damage, Doug Throttleman, or Rex Revler. That or one of those will be the next Cars 3 review. You know, that is if they actually come in the mail tomorrow or today. I'm recording this Sunday night, so I'm a little bit confused. Sorry, guys. But anyways, happy birthday, Andy. Happy Memorial Day. I'll see you all next time for another video. Bye now.